Welcome back, my little TCL Scorpion72. Today we're taking a look at the new Batman Adventures Firefly. So Firefly here is some DC collectibles. You see him in his ballistic card packaging, and you see his fire gun on the side. He does come with a few extra hands and stuff. On the back it's the same silhouette you kind of see in the front with Batman, Nightwing, and Robin. So without further ado, let's open up the package and see what this figure is all about. Alright, so here we have Firefly. So for those of you who don't know, Firefly's animated series, Firefly, he's a little well-known character. He's become more popular. Now this character here, Firefly, is based on the animated series there, the new Batman Adventures, titled Torch Song, which I like about these papers that they give you. I'll do a quick little look at that there. Let me show you. They come with these pamphlets showcasing all the other figures in the line. So, and they put the episode it's based off on, so it's pretty cool, and it allows you to go back and rewatch the episode and stuff like that, or watch the episode and know where this character is coming from. So he's number 28. Oops, I keep the little card things. As I mentioned in some of my videos and stuff, these things are cool to keep and put in like a little Ziploc bag, because it allows you to keep track of which hands and weapons and stuff these animated series figures come with. The thing is that lately they haven't been really coming with much except for extra hands. When this line first started, love you a lot DC collectibles, but when this line first started, we were promised character specific accessories that go with the characters that we are getting. Lately we've been getting a lot more hands and less accessories going with the characters. Now, I know it's a popular thing with hot toys and stuff like that, but for figures like this, should be narrowed down. Most collectors like open hand, gripping hand, and a fist. That's pretty much the basics of what we really go for. So the strap that we're missing and not getting pretty much accessories that go with the figure is kind of becoming a little downer with this line. Other than the fact that love the way the sculpting looks exactly like the comic book, or that's our comic book, the animation and stuff like that. But the fact is that we're not really getting a lot of accessories that would go great with these kind of characters. Quick example of him before I get into his articulation and his sculpting and everything like that. Actually, I'll wait for that part and tell you about that later. Firefly here is basically all in a matte type gray color. Very well done, I have to say. Even the jetpack here in the back is well done. It's not removable, which is understandable. In the episode he never really removed it, which I did rewatch the episode before this interview, just to get a little update and flashback and refresher, because it's been a while since I've been watching the animated series. So head's on a ball joint. He can kind of look up, look down, but he can't look up too much. But then with the way the eyes are painted here, it doesn't really matter too much. But as I always say, with a flyer kite character, they should be able to look up, especially if they're going to be flying. His arms can go outwards, forwards, a bit elbow here. It's on a swivel joint. There's a single joint in the elbow, twist in the wrist, and the wrist is on a hinge also. His is a little bit stiff. He has swivel at the waist, articulation of legs, you can kind of do the splits, you can go outward a bit. This part with the harness kind of hinders that. This one can go just about the same distance actually, due to the belt. The belt is plastic here. The belt is kind of plastic here, so it kind of flips up. These are little liquid canisters and stuff. Knees on a single joint, and he has twist here. He has articulation just above the boot, so he has a boot cut, and he has pivot in the ankle, and well, look at that. There's no ankle rocker. Well, looks like they took away our articulation point, which is very needed for these type of figures to really get them to stand. So, price is going up, and they're cutting articulation. That's not cool. That's very not cool. So the Firefly figure is pretty accurate based on the cartoon series, of all his gadgets and stuff on his belt, down to the gun and everything like that. Even the backpack there is really nice. I like that there's little holes in there, so if you have like a little blast or exhaust thing you want to add to it, you can make it seem like he's flying. in the air and stuff. So that's pretty cool. However, I do wish the wings were a little bit movable like in the anime series, at least to flap up and down. That would add a little bit more to this figure. He comes with his accessory, which is his fire gun there. Well, more like a fire launcher, because in the show, more launches like kind of like pellets that explode and stuff. What's really cool is that there's a hole in front of this gun, so you can actually put like flame and stuff like that. If you have like a flame accessory or something, you can stick in here to make it look like it's firing. And it actually holds here. There's a little holster here on the side, so you can hold it there on the side. And that's really cool. I always like it when they do figures where they can hold their weapons on them somewhere on the side. Now, if you want to get him to hold the gun, change his hand, basically pull out his fist hand, and you put in the hand here. Here's one for trigger finger here. So you put that in here, and you just stick in. Always pull forward, that way you don't break it. You pull the peg out of the way, and there you go. So now he's holding his, I guess it's a fire gun. As I said earlier, the gun's pretty accurate to the cartoon series. Very neat, very clean. As you can see the paint job, it's just got two different types of paint on it, gray and black. And the hole in the front is really cool. Allows you to put any like effect that you want, like a flame effect that you want having coming out of the gun. And I like the fact that he can hold his gun in the holster on the side. Sometimes you get figures that don't have a place to hold their weapon, but this guy, he can actually put it to the side, or he can hold it in his hand. It's up to you on how you're going to display him on your display case or in your dioramas. So his accessory, his other thing he comes with is basically he comes with two gripping holding hands. He comes with two open hands, so you can make like he's flying. And then he comes with two trigger hands, so which means he can hold the gun in either hand if you want to hold the left hand or right hand. Which brings me to what I was talking about earlier. If you remember the episode, if you rewatch the episodes, there's two things that this guy should have had that would have made him really, really cool. Number two would have been flames or fire, something to put inside the hole in the gun, or just a little flame thing or flame effect. Would have went a long way with this guy. It would have been really, really cool. The other thing is that in the episode, he has a flame saber. So he has this thing that looks like a lightsaber, but it's a fire blade. So it's a fire saber, a fire blade that he uses quite a bit in this episode, and that should have been with this character. Hands down, that should have been with the Firefly character, and that's kind of upsetting. Especially when I was rewatching the episode and I was saying, this guy should have had that. It's no reason why he should not have two accessories, especially that specific accessory that it was for him and he used it in the show. The other thing comes with, of course, the turnaround stand, which I like. I always like these turnaround stands. Lately, he's just been giving me the front and back. We used to do like the side, but there's not much to him because you really see the side. Of course, you have the two little plastic things to hold them. So you just gotta look for the part with the groove. I always like to mention the whole thing. This thing's been so long out, but I guess it's for balance. But if you have an X-Acto knife or something, and because this does take up space inside your display case, as I'm noticing a lot now. I have got around to cutting some of them at the end, but it looks like I have to cut a bit more. Just so that I don't run out of room because I'm getting all these figures and stuff like that. So I already showed you the figure outline of all the figures coming in. Of course, you get this sheet here that shows you how to assemble the display base and stuff. And on the back is pretty cool because basically all the other figures are coming out. Harley, which I kind of forgot that she comes with two heads, and she's based on the new Avengers also. Firefly, to show you how to change his hand. Batman, to show you how to change his hand. And the one that's very prominent here is Clayface. He's like a deluxe figure, and show you how to change all his arms, which I will be getting all of them. I believe all of them are due to come out between by next week or the following week. These figures will be out. So as you know, Firefly is really meant to be displayed with the anti-fire suit Batman, or you can have him with the regular Batman. It's up to you. And if you have the Sonashi flame effects, it really does work well, or any flame effects for that matter. You can create some really cool diorama scenes or displays for your display case. I do like the flames, and especially when there's around Firefly, it does really bring out the figure and show that this guy is a real firebug and is ready to burn the city down. So Firefly's been out for a little while now. Retailers that carry the line, and online retailers that is too, and comic book shops and stuff like that, where I pre-order mine and stuff like that and pick mine up. So your local comic book shop should be able to order these through Diamond Comics distributor. I see that I think the Firefly is really popular. He's one of those oddball characters that people seem to like, and the costume is very simple, very just straightforward, and it works. So other than that, I really don't have any complaints. There's no paint blemishes on mine, no smudges or anything like that, so I can't complain about it. The only thing I can complain about is the lack of accessories, and if you had to take away one of these hands just to get us that fire blade, I would have gladly be happy to have that, because I tell you right now, this gripping hand here looks like it was made for that fire blade, and we don't have one. And that's a shame. So, this is Scorpion72 with a review of Firefly from DC Collectibles, the new Batman Adventures line. Telling you to enjoy your toys, and until next time, keep playing. Ciao. 1, 2, 3, 4. I like videos, you like videos. I love toys and you love toys. So go watch some more of my videos. Alright, that's it. Let's talk about some more videos. Keep playing.